Tap in with me on this storyline that's been getting reposted and reshared nonstop, running up and down the timeline ever since it first touched the internet the other day. I ignored it at first because I said to myself, hold up, there's literally no proof here. Folks started hinting at things, then I watched people stack rumors on top of each other, mixing in Pooh Shiesty, Gucci Mane, the Yo Gotti label situation, and alleged robbery claims, until it somehow turned into a wild story saying Pooh Shiesty allegedly had Gucci kidnapped and robbed because he didn't want to release him from a contract. Let me say this loud and clear. This is pure nonsense, and honestly, it's nasty work. And I hate that this is where hip-hop culture and media are headed, where stories get pushed out like verified facts while people play detective from their phones, their Wi-Fi, their cameras, their microphones, talking like they've got airtight evidence. And what's crazy is I've watched this exact thing happen over and over throughout my years on YouTube. I remember back in 2018 when XXX was killed. People blamed 3 or 4 different names, and none of those internet theories ended up being true. And this cycle repeats every single time a crime happens where someone loses their life. They point at this person, then that person. Look at PNB Rock. Look at Young Dolph. At first, they blamed multiple people before the truth even came out. It's always chaos with these storylines. But what really blows my mind is that we're now at a point where people are saying a guy who just came home from the feds, Pooh Shiesty, months ago, like September or October, would jump straight into a kidnapping and robbery when he probably can't even leave his location without supervision. But we're supposed to believe he was bold enough, reckless enough to say, yeah, I'm about to kidnap Gucci Mane. Yeah, I'm about to get Gucci robbed because we're not seeing eye to eye. Now let me be very clear with y'all. I haven't spoken to anyone involved, and I haven't had direct communication with anybody on that side. But guess what else is true? Nobody else has either, because if they had, they'd be showing receipts. Where is the proof? Who in their right mind would want to be publicly tied to a robbery plot on the internet with zero evidence? Now, can Gucci Mane get robbed? Absolutely. Anybody can get robbed. I don't care how tough you are. The hardest gangsters, steppers, shooters, all of them can get caught slipping, and many have. That's part of life. That doesn't make you weak. That doesn't make you less of a man. Taking an L, losing a fight, losing a situation doesn't define you. Life hands out losses, and if you're from the streets, those are risks that come with that life. Anybody can go down. So could Gucci Mane have been robbed? Possibly, allegedly. But again, where is the evidence? Why is this being debated online like it's a court case? These are rumors, and I'm watching people dogpile off speculation. Now, could Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane be cool or not cool? Maybe, maybe not, but Pooh Shiesty posted today, clearly not feeding into it. He's in the gym, focused, showing workouts, moving differently. He just came home from a bid, so right now he's pushing health and discipline, and people need to understand this. You can't just run with stories like this. It cheapens everything. You got folks talking like they know inside info when they don't. Some of my own people been mad at me because I stayed quiet on this, and I did that on purpose for the last few days because I kept asking myself, what are we really doing here? Are we just throwing street rumors online because someone said something wild and entertaining? I know there's that mindset some people adopted where the lie spreads faster than the truth, but nah, I gotta call this out. People need to think for themselves. And if you've actually listened to how Pooh Shiesty has been talking since coming home, regardless of his past, he's clearly on a move smarter mindset, speaking more business, more grown. Prison changes how people think. Yes, some people come home and repeat the same mistakes. That happens everywhere. That's not rap, that's not hip-hop, that's not gangster culture, that's just life. But let's be real, Pooh Shiesty is a man with money, plaques, and real opportunity on the line. He's got one of the hottest records in the game right now, especially in street rap over the past few months. One of the hottest joints moving in the streets. Honestly, his record and that Glow Herbo record over the last year are probably the top 2 I've personally seen go absolutely crazy everywhere once they dropped. And we're supposed to believe he would risk all of that just to get out of a contract when that wouldn't even free him from a contract anyway. Kidnapping your own label CEO isn't how contracts get terminated. That's how situations get worse. If anything, that would make a label tighten the leash, not loosen it. Now, I don't know if Gucci and Pooh Shiesty have tension. People pointed out that Gucci took down an old post. Cool, that happens. People fall out all the time. But somehow it jumps from that straight to he tried to have him kidnapped by his homies. He tried to force a contract release. He argued with him. He ran to Yo Gotti. Fam, let the people actually involved come out and confirm something. Let them speak on it. Why do we rush to stitch together these wild narratives? I've always been against that. It's never been my lane. And some of my supporters say, well, you don't know. And guess what? Neither do the people pushing the story. So when you don't know, you don't leap out the window. When you can't verify, you don't move like you've got concrete facts and insert yourself into situations you have zero insight into. That's why I sit back and wait. I don't make news, I don't break news, I react to news. And if something isn't fully confirmed, I'll clearly say it's alleged. Everybody else just runs with allegations because they want clicks, want drama, want a negative or fake storyline, or they heard some street whispers. Then it turns into, well, this version sounds better than what I heard, so they add 10 extra layers to it. Then they throw allegedly in front so they can dodge accountability later. Come on, man, where are we at with this? Where's the integrity? Where are the morals? This man just came home from prison, and y'all are casually throwing kidnapping charges on his name? Do y'all understand the type of time that carries? Be serious. Do y'all realize what Pooh Shiesty would be facing if he were even accused of plotting a kidnapping, committing one, or pulling a gun? He'd be looking at least 15 years minimum, especially with prior federal points. Let the facts come out. Let him breathe. Dude is already 2 for 2 musically. The momentum is crazy. That FTO wave is going up, and that track with Glorilla is almost guaranteed to be a hit. Let's keep it 100. Why can't people just wait for facts before running with narratives? My supporters have been tagging me non-stop, and I'm telling y'all straight up, I don't have confirmation, but I came here to say this story is BS until proven otherwise. And for the people who want it to be true, ask yourself this: would you bet your last dollar on it? If not, you don't even fully believe it. Until then, it's just theories being recycled and pushed as narratives. I'm just keeping it real. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I've seen this movie play out again and again. I know people want entertainment. I know folks want to connect dots they don't understand. But half of this stuff nobody actually knows. And guess what? The people spreading it don't know either. Tell them show proof, show evidence. This happens all the time in this space. I'll keep y'all updated. Pooh Shiesty is still rising. He'll be fine. We can see he's not locked back up in federal prison. There was a situation with a halfway house, and the label already addressed that publicly. So again, let the truth come out. He's still posting online. We'll see what actually happened. Just stop rushing to spread narratives. Because sometimes something small really did happen, but people add 10 lies on top of one truth, and then they circle back like, well, this part was right. Okay, but if you added 10 lies to one fact, your story is still false. You can't throw garbage on the truth and call it journalism. But it is what it is. Y'all let me know what you think. Patreon is live right now, Urban Politicians TV. I'm dropping the app and website links in the description. I've got 3 new videos up this past week covering different topics if y'all want to tap in.